it's Jennifer. I just wanted to share with you something that I get a lot of questions about, and that is the prize books for your party. So I always give out 2 prizes for every Facebook party I throw, and you could do a similar thing for a home party. You would just kind of present them differently. We can talk about that if you want more information on home parties. But for Facebook parties, I always do 2 raffles. The first one is a roll call prize, and that is for people that show up on time to that post 1. They post on it, they say, hey, I'm here, they answer your questions. And the way that I decide who wins is whenever post 2 comes up, I post at the bottom, post 2 is up, check it out there with information about the party. And then I count how many people responded before that post came up, and then I use random.org and I put in like 1 to 10, and then whatever number it is, I count down, and that's my roll call winner. And I like to do it that way because if something came up and I wasn't able to be like super present, I know who was there right on time and not just commented later. And for that prize, I give one of 2 things. So I either give one of our promotional books, which are sometimes 99 cents and sometimes $1.99. I'm not sure why, but I would just assume that they're $1.99. We have Going to the Dentist, Going to School, and Going to the Doctor. These are dual readers and illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. So this is a great example of what we have to offer at Usborne, and it's not costing you hardly anything. They're super tiny. You can stick these in a teeny tiny envelope and mail them off for just the cost of whatever size stamp that is, because they don't weigh hardly anything. They have the little duck to find on each page. If you don't know what a dual reader is, I will explain that to you. That's a great option. The other option that I will do are 5 white thing cards. So I used to do 100 things for little children to do on a trip. I recently switched to animal doodles. I like to take 5 cards. There's 50 cards in here. They're $9.99 a piece. I always buy them when I am closing out an order, so I never pay more than half price for these. So that's $5 for 10 sets of gifts. So 50 cents a gift, not bad at all. I'll send 5 white cling cards. I'll hole punch the corner and put a tiny binder ring in them, and I send them with a dry erase marker. So that just kind of makes it a better package than just getting 5 cards. But if all you wanted to do is just send 5 cards, it's still a great gift. So that's what I do for my roll call prizes at the beginning of the party. Then for the prize drawings, that's all of the entries for the pre-party post, for the party post. I will give a free book, and I always give a book out of my stash, and when I redeem rewards, I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, how many more gifts do I think I need to order right now to cover my party? So I always have a really big stash of gifts to send out. So I like to look at who won, and you can figure out the winner a lot of different ways. Some people use a Riffle Raffle app. I just write down names and tally next to the name, and at the end of the party I count up how many tallies I have, use that random.org to give me a number, and then figure out who had tally 41 or something. Then if they commented on the how old is your reader post, I usually try to look there and see how old their kid is and then pick a prize accordingly. If they didn't post, then I just send whatever I want because I have no idea how old their kids are. So I'm going to show you what I send for those. Another option you could do if you wanted to is, post a book or whatever, but then message them when they're giving you their address. I always have them send me a personal message with their address, and I say, hey, I would be happy to go ahead and send you your free book, or if you wanted to host a party with me, I would be happy to give you $20 in free books of your choice instead. Would you like to book a date? And that way, it kind of gives them an extra incentive to host a party with you. You can put a minimum on their party sales in order for them to redeem that $20 of free books. And I would just use the code that gives 75% off. So you would pay $5 for those $20 of books, close it out with the hostess order, don't even have to worry about going to the post office, and they're getting something that they really wanted, which is giving you great rapport with your hostesses. So that's one idea. But if you're going to send them a book, these are the ones that I go with. Phonics readers, this is probably the most expensive book that I'm going to show you, but I think we do them so well. I've had people host parties just because they got this in the mail. loved it so much they wanted more. They're really great illustrations. You guys have a couple of these. They come in your kit, so you could send this right away when you get your kit. But this is a great one. The downside is it's a little bit big to fit in some of the smaller envelopes, but I love that as an option. You also got in your kit a beginner reference collection book. I bought a whole set of these as a collection with a 65% off coupon code. I think that's going away, so if you happen to close out your party before we switch systems away from OrderPro, I would certainly take advantage of that 65% off a collection and try to get a collection that has a lot of prize books. So like I got these beginner reference collections. We also have a phonics reader collection. Sometimes they're out of stock, so you'll just kind of have to see what's available. That's a great way to get a ton of prizes, very inexpensive. If not, you can use the other codes or use your free or half price and get them at least half price. I've never paid more than that. But beginner reference collections are small. They fit in smaller sized envelopes, which is nice. And I think they're just great nonfiction options. My daughter was really excited when we got Horses and Ponies in my kit, and I didn't think she would be, but she was. For smaller parties, I think a book out of our activity pack is a great option. So these are $20 for 4 books, so that's $5. I get them half price at most using codes or rewards. So you're talking $2.50 a book, which is awesome. And they're small, they're light, they're going to be cheap to ship, and there are sticker dolly dressing books, which a lot of people like. Now, this would be an example of I would want to know if they have a boy or not. So I have a pirate activity set, a fairy activity pack, that I can send one of those books from those activity packs as well. If you know they have older kids, Billy B. Brown and Hey Jack are great options. They are $4.99 a piece, so half price. You're still talking $2.50 or less. For a great chapter book that they may love and then want to order the whole collection. So that's kind of part of the gifts, is you want to get them hooked on Usborne. You want to make them feel like these are really great books. So these are small, high-quality books that we can send to them easily. You will hear people talk about the picture gift, the picture book gift set. I bought it because a lot of people recommended it. I would probably stay away from it for 2 reasons. One, the books are really big, so I end up wrapping them in the packing paper that came with all of your boxes of books and putting some washi tape on it and mailing them that way. I also am just not a fan of some of the stories they chose. I think they're kind of morbid for kids in some of them. They could have told the story a little bit differently, but a lot of them are great. I mean, it's 20 books. They end up being just a couple dollars a piece, and they're really big, beautifully illustrated books. But that's just kind of my FYI on that. So I have them. I send them out because I bought them. But if I was going to, like when I reorder prizes, I probably won't reorder that just for the sheer size of them, and it makes them a little bit harder to ship. So I hope that that helps you a little bit know what to order for your parties with your rewards. I watched make sure you know how to use OrderPro for sure, but I read Randall White posted that they are about to switch systems, hopefully in the next month or so. They're trying their new system out this week. So I wouldn't spend too much time stressing about OrderPro if it still looks super overwhelming, because all of that is changing, and we'll do some training on that when it is up and running. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and have fun!